What's cracking, my Fallout peoples? It's your boy Lee Man, Wasteland Lee Man to be exact. And this is my playthrough of the Lonesome Road DLC, doing the Divide content for the first time ever. I have been so immersed for years in just the regular story and the different factions and making different choices and the what ifs you did this, what if you did that, that I've never played the DLCs. And I have a coworker, he's always like, bro, you gotta play the DLCs, you gotta play the DLC. So I finally have done most of my goals in game and trying this DLC out, and it was a doozy. I'm definitely going to go over the do's and don'ts during this DLC. And but yeah, thanks for watching. If you could, I definitely appreciate a like or subscribe or any comments, especially those of you. I'm sure there's hundreds of you that already played this and know it better than me. But either way, I enjoyed it. It definitely had its difficulties, and let's get right into it. So here's where you start your journey. You cannot bring any companions with you, which is a bummer to me. I wanted to bring Rex with me and Cass. They're my favorite companions. And then they're going to give you a little notice like this, basically saying if you're a crybaby, you can always head back the way you came and quit. So here we go. First walk in. This is what it looks like. Pretty creepy. I went up this little ramp to the left and took a look out. And that just looks great. This is very Fallouty. I did manage to also see a little pack here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start the do's and don'ts right away. You want to at least be like level 50 or close to level 50, and you're gonna want to have like 100 rating, like repair, 100 science, at least guns, or at least some type of offensive stat up to 100. Guns. My character is 95 melee, or unarmed, I should say. So that's one thing I had working for me, and I had super high. I think my explosives is in the 90s as well, and that's what helped me barely scrape by with this, especially towards the end. So you're gonna want to go through here. And notice that console right in front of you. And you basically can't do anything with the console just yet. There is another door to the right with a computer screen and terminal. You're gonna have to go over there right here and unlock that. So then you'll come to this room, and this is where you get your companion. But first, you'll notice on the left-hand side, you'll have some weapons and gear. That's another thing you want to do that I did not do well. I didn't bring enough powerful weapons. I have weapons, but you're gonna need like your best and most powerful weapons and armor. I came in here wearing exactly what you see me wearing, and afterwards I watched some videos of other people playing, and they have, you know, the armor, the Remnant armor, and Brotherhood of Steel armor. So you definitely want to bring your best. So that is uh, something you want to do that I didn't do correctly. And so now you got this companion, another Eddie Ibot, and you're gonna need him to open these different panels like this. So he'll open this door for you, and these are scattered all throughout this whole DLC. These little panels like this, and he can give you access to some, even some secrets and things of that nature. So that's really cool. So you're gonna want to exit this room, and now we'll go to that terminal that we couldn't get into originally. And we'll let our new Ed E companion open that up for us. that lever like so. And you'll see we're in some type of missile silo, and we're gonna have to figure our way out of this place. So from this room here, where you open that all up, you're gonna make a left. And another thing I want to advise is really, at the end of the day, just use your map. Your map does a great job of telling you where to go and helping you out with stuff. There are parts and scrap metal and all types of things to craft with throughout the entire DLC. And that's what I had to end up doing. That was how I survived. I was crafting like crazy and making explosives like crazy because that's my best stat was explosives. So they definitely give you more than you need to make sure you can get through all this madness. So proceed through this door right here, and there's tons of lockers too with ammo and other parts. Like I said, it's scattered throughout this whole DLC. There's things to craft everywhere. And so eventually you'll make it to this room here. This room's going to open up the other doors on another level. And so you're going to want to go ahead and get your way into this room, because in that desk is the Hopeville first level security codes. You're going to definitely need those. And as you get further in from here, you'll notice there is a Securitron out there just waiting to greet you. So after all that, you're going to want to make your way into this room right here. It's the security room. And there is a computer, a terminal that you need to access. And there's some more codes at that desk. Let's see what's on this body. This uniform that I get off this body actually is something I ended up needing way later, since I'm running around with no real armor. It has a bonus to guns and a crit, if I remember right. Go ahead and use that terminal. And then in this room right here, with that missile sticking up, you want to go in this room right here. And you see those servers or computers. You're going to have Ed E go ahead and work his magic right there. And there's some medical supplies if you need some stim packs. And you're going to click on that after Ed E does his thing. Walk through here, security room, and there's a ton of Securitrons, and there's also some turrets. So once you fight your way through all these Securitrons and kill those turrets, you're going to make your way through this hallway, and there's a door at the end. And then you're going to get a visit from this guy. So at the end of the day, this is Ulysses. This is going to be the last and final boss, but I call him the Riddler because he just speaks in riddles and doesn't really say anything directly. He just kind of says a bunch of BS. So yeah, you're going to do this conversation with the Riddler, and then you're going to go ahead and move on. And for the sake of time in this video, I'm trying to stick to just the main points and getting through all this, but definitely if you want, there's a lot to explore. There's a ton of secrets all over the place. So yeah, I definitely did a lot of exploring, but I cut those parts out of the video and just stuck to the main part. But it's a lot of fun. They added a lot of content to this, and you can definitely explore and find enough weapons and ammo and armor and all of that just by exploring, especially if you didn't bring enough like myself. And one cool thing I really appreciated is that your Ed E robot, he won't die completely. He might die in battle, but as soon as all the enemies are dead, he comes right back to life and continues to assist you throughout the game. So I went inside this building, but it's not a place that you have to go to. You can definitely bypass this building and still progress within the story. But there is a terminal here for Ed E to unlock, and it has a commissary where you can upgrade your weapons and armor. Of course, you do have to pay some caps to do all those things, but at least it's an option. And so, yeah, that building is one place you can definitely do that, but they're scattered throughout this whole DLC. Other places you can do that as well. So in this building, there is another terminal where you can access and repair your weapons. And here it is on the wall here. You're going to have Ed E go ahead and unlock it for you, and then you can access it. Alright, so let's get back on track. We'll check our map, see if we're going the right direction. We are. So you'll eventually head to this section where all these tires are. Go up this ramp, and it's the marked men camp. These guys are all over the place. You're gonna definitely have to fight your way through a good number of them. But where you want to end up going is up here at the top of this building, and they're gonna have a device with you that you're gonna need for the rest of the DLC, and it's gonna be this laser detonator. That's not it. That's a rocket launcher. I think it's in the other crate. There we go. It's that right there. So basically, it's just a gun that you point at these nuclear warheads, and it makes the warheads explode. Definitely, you're gonna want to stand back, and it opens up, the path to where you gotta go. But it also opens up paths to secrets that are maybe not necessarily in the direction you need to go, but it might unlock an area that you can pick up some cool stuff. So it definitely is something you need for the rest of this playthrough. So there's our first warhead. Booyah! And there we go. So we're gonna want to head through that section right there. Check our map. See if we're going the right way. And it looks like we're gonna have to do a little backtracking and come up around. It's not such a straight shot as far as where we need to go. And eventually you'll make your way till you see this gate. Go through there, check our map, and we are definitely going the right way. So the weapons I have with me is that grenade launcher, tons of grenades, incendiary grenades, plasma grenades, frag grenades, because again, my guy is super high in explosives. That's what this character is all about. And so you'll make it into this room, and this is where things start really getting hard and made me wish I had had better armor and weapons. So I'm sure you heard that, and there's definitely some death claws all for the remainder of your playthrough. Just count on seeing some death claws. And then they have these little guys. They call them tunnelers, but I actually call them monkey sprites because that's what they remind me of. So for the sake of the rest of this video, that's what I'm going to call them. And these guys are a pain in the ass. There's these little ones, these poisonous ones, and then of course the bigger ones really pack a punch. Like, I think like one hit from the big ones was killing me. There's one right there. Hulking tunneler. So yeah, monkey sprites. Took care of him. So eventually you'll get into this room, and I mean, these things are everywhere. You're gonna get to a point where like as soon as you just see one of these things, you're gonna just be like, oh shit, here we go. These things are just everywhere and they're so annoying. And when you make it to this part here, you know you can get the hell out of there. And then we have another visit from the Riddler.
Was quiet for a time. Thought the road had claimed another of the Legion. Too many of the bull have already fallen here to radiation, fire, and what burrows below. This time you carry the burden. Walk west into the sun and keep walking until it dies. There, I'll be waiting.
And here's your first visit from a Death Claw. And here's how it went for me. But I'm gonna tell you a little secret. If you want to avoid this Death Claw, don't even go inside that trailer and he won't jump up on the roof and get you. So I eventually learned my lesson after dying a ton of times and just went right around him because he's got more buddies just waiting for you. So I mean, one less Death Claw always makes things easier. Another thing is you want a ton of stealth boys. The game does give you a lot of stealth boys as well and hidden throughout the place, but it doesn't hurt to bring your own. So I didn't have all the ammo in the world, so what I eventually started doing was just shooting these death claws in the legs to slow them down, and then tear them down with any type of ranged weapon like a machine gun or anything like that I had. As long as I can get those legs out from underneath them, I felt like it was going to be a success. So eventually you're going to make it to the end of that little highway area, and you'll have two sections you can go to, which is this section down to the right. But the section you need to go to get, or I should say the section you need to go to progress to the next point of this whole story is on the left. So this section I'm showing you right here, you don't have to go to it. At least there's nothing substantial that I saw down here, that I got down here, that I needed. I could have bypassed this whole area. There was some ammo and things of that nature, and there even was a magazine and a crafting bench down here towards the back area. And that was really it. I didn't get anything I feel like was a must. But for exploring purposes in my first playthrough, I still enjoyed it and looked around. And then I was definitely a little annoyed when they sent a Deathclaw down here for me, and I was like, why did I even come over here? So I tried to escape and just leave after all that, and then these other two Deathclaws came after me that I had to battle. And as soon as I got them stuck up on that hill over there, I just left. I didn't even bother trying to fight them. I just left and went up here. And be careful going up this road because there's mines everywhere. So I finally made it up that little stretch of road, and you can go to the right and it just loops back to an area you've already been to. So, but because I'm nosy, I took a little peek, and once I saw an enemy come after me, I basically ran away. Yeah, all you have to do is just go straight right here, and it gets you to this next section, the control station. So you're going to want to press the lever.
You're back online.
And we're
Listen
gonna
to me,
go
Eddie.
ahead and
If you
talk with
stay here,
Eddie, listen to his little
you'll miss
message,
memories
and
and
we're gonna
parts.
go ahead inside.
You have to go now. I've uploaded destination coordinates for our outpost in Navarro into your system. I want you to go to the Enclave there, okay? Do you understand me? It's gonna be a long journey, my little friend. You'll have to fly very far. Fly very fast. Can you do that? I know you can. Be careful out there, Eddie. Maybe I'll see you again someday.
So this part was interesting. I really had to dig deep in here. You're gonna go down this elevator, and you're gonna have all these little monkey sprites jumping down on you on the elevator while it's going down. You have nowhere to go, so you have to fight them. So yeah, it's an interesting ride. Get ready. So after I killed those guys, I went back in, and basically what I had to do is start planting these satchel explosives that I have in the places I know they're gonna drop, and make sure I stand back like so, and just drop them in the areas so they just blow up as soon as they jump into this elevator. And that's how I was able to get past it, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I died a lot trying to get down this punk ass elevator. So we finally make it down to the bottom and we go through that door. You see everything is blowing up. And you see that little area to the left, that little bottom, those steps that lead down there? That's where you're gonna want to go. Obviously there's things in the room and these other rooms around here that you can get some things like some more ammo, stim packs, things of that nature. But when you're all done with that and all done looking around, that's where you're gonna want to go. Oh yeah, and there is a Securitron in here, so get your pulse grenades ready.
Weapons free. Artifacts are advised to stay
And here's another commissary terminal in this little med center if you need that, make any repairs. So also spread out throughout this whole playthrough, there's parts that you can pick up for Ed E to upgrade your Ed E and give him different abilities. And it also actually makes a difference at the end of the game. A different option or a way to get past the final boss occurs if you've collected all those parts. So definitely be mindful of that. And for me, Ed E has this ability, which you'll see right here. Like I was saying before, explosives is one of my best skills that this character has. So I was able to have Ed E use some of the parts I have to make me more of those satchel explosives because I really needed it. I literally, like the big bosses or the enemies I had trouble with, those satchel mines were the thing that got me past a lot of hard enemies. So where you want to go is all the way to the bottom here, down this wreckage, all destroyed area. You're gonna go down here and there's some more monkey sprites in here, so be ready for that. And guess what I used to kill him? So once you get through all of that, you're gonna go ahead and go in here. There we go, into this door right here. And so I died and died and died in here. And I finally died enough times to get smart enough to just go ahead and put on that stealth boy and stealth my way right past these guys to the next portion. That's how I got past all this. My guy has very high stealth, so I was able to do it. And so that's what I suggest doing if you have the means to once you get to this portion. So here we are. I finally put on that stealth boy. And it was clear sailing from here, at least for this portion of the playthrough.
Hopeville, High Road, Ashton, tiny cracks in the earth.
So here's
Nothing
the Riddler
compared
again,
to the
just saying a
road
bunch of
carved
bullshit. Who
ahead.
knows what the hell this guy's
Before
talking about?
you,
Can you
this
imagine
is
someone
the
talking to you
edge
like
of the
this, like at the
divide.
grocery store when you're
Ahead.
checking out your groceries or something? It's like, what, bro? Anyways, you're gonna make your way down here. From there, you can see that there's some warheads you can detonate. So you're going to go ahead and do that and then proceed down here, and then there's going to be a few marked men along the way and you have to fight your way through them. Alright, so you're going to make your way over here and watch out for those mines. It wasn't bad enough I blew up once, they had to blow me up a second time while being blown up. Anyways, so you're going to want to go through there and be mindful of the mines. Go ahead and blow up this warhead as well so you can get to the next section. So once you make it to this section right here, I should have just made a left, but I went ahead and checked that house and went in that house and got beat up in that house. And it was a long little run in this area, but what I should have done is gone to the left. And the left would have led you up this little area right here. And at the end of all this, we're going to come to a pipe that we can actually go into. And there's really no reason to go in here except one actual important reason, especially for Ed E, and that's to get another one of those upgrade parts for him. So that is the main reason to go down here. If you don't care about that, then you don't need to come into this pipe. And here's where the upgrade can be found, and that destroyed iBot. There it is. You've gained the, so you'll get a rank 3 Ed E perk, Commander Ed E, and basically gives them a little defense bonus. And along with some other parts that you might need, some batteries, scrap metal, and so you move right along from here. So that brings you into here, where there's a ton of monkey sprites, but the good news is we're almost through this whole thing. After all this fighting and blood, sweat, and tears, we're almost to the finish line. Thank the fuck Christ. And one of my best friends through all of this was the save option. I was constantly saving. So you see that little light in that busted up building, those little lights flickering in there? That's where you want to go.
Thought that explosion, that building falling deep in the divide, might have been your work. Wouldn't kill you. Maybe close.
So you're gonna make your way down here. And so you're gonna go around here, and of course there's some death claws. But really, I feel like the smartest thing I could do was just sneak past these guys. Just try to get around them and get going. So there's a little area back in here, and I just knew something cool was going to be back here, but I didn't really find anything of substance back here except for death. There's a death claw in here. The whole area closes in behind you so you can't escape. There's just a lot going on in here, and I didn't see anything in here, but I feel like I have the feeling that like I missed something in here. And there you go. There's something right there. NCR distress beacon. I forgot I even found that. So I died so many times I just kind of like forgot that and I didn't even use it. Alright, so after fooling around in there, we got back on track and you can see those enemies actually fighting the Deathclaw for you. So I just kind of stayed still and let them do their thing. Didn't want to interfere. And my guy has really good stealth, so especially when I crouch down, people can't see me. So from there, you're just going to want to find your way up to this little building right here. And the good news is we're about to be at the final boss fight. Just got to get right through there. And that's actually his little like logo on his jacket. That red, whatever that red stuff writing is on the side of the wall right there. That's the same design he has on his jacket. So you're going to go through here. There's going to be a box or so or two at the end with some scraps and ammunition and all that. You're going to have a couple of guys here to fight on the left hand side as well. And after you kill them, here we go, Ulysses Temple. Now I have a lot to say about this last fight. I basically like did everything wrong, and I'll explain what I mean by that. So you'll find your way through here. It's really simple. If you get stuck, just use your map on your Pip-Boy.
Threat analysis. Yellow. Scanning for hostiles.
You take that elevator, basically asking you, hey, is this what you really want to do? So I looked at it, I died so much in here, I finally gave in and watched other people's fights, recordings and YouTubes of this last fight. Basically, people were killing him from right here. Like, they had that, like, I don't know what that rifle is, but just like some super OP weapons. I think I have the rifle that
So
they
you
use.
came.
But before you even get into this part of the conversation, they were just killing him right then and there. And yeah, it was easy. Some guys use like these really, I think it was like plasma grenades, and they wouldn't even let him get into this conversation and killing him that way. But I didn't know any of that at the time, so I tried to fight him straight up. I died so many times, and eventually I died so many times, just had so many wacky things happen that so he has these two iBots. One repairs him and one heals him, or repairs weapons and heals him. Either way, there's two of them. I found out there's a switch right here that you could just push to disable it, but you need either 100 in repair or 100 in science to do so. I had 95 in science, but a follower of the Apocalypse jacket with a plus 10 to science, so that gave me the 100 I needed. That way his iBots don't just keep respawning, because that's what happens. They just keep repairing themselves and respawning. So I shut that all down. That way they wouldn't respawn for him. And then I was able to have some progress finally. Um, so, so I finally tracked him down, got him right here, He only had a little bit of health left. And I killed him. Hallelujah. Finally, killed this guy. It's all over, right? There's no more to do. The game should be done, and I'm out of here, right? Wrong. So then, I still gotta kill this one little eyebot that he had left. And then I still gotta kill all those marked men running around, which was like a whole nother catastrophe. So yeah, you definitely want to bring better armor than I did. And if you have some type of like long range rifle that does a ton of damage, or any type of grenades, right in the beginning before you engage him in that conversation, you can kill him right then and there. So lesson learned. I'm definitely going to be playing this again with another character that I really like that I have saved. So I took all this machine gun of his, this anti-materials rifle. That's the rifle you can kill him with. If you have, you can get one along the way before you even get here, and you can kill him with that rifle before you engage him right in the beginning when you walk in this room. That's definitely one of the weapons people have been using to kill him. And I needed every last weapon I can get my hands on. I was really running out of grenades around here and weapons, so I was killing these guys and taking their weapons and using them against them. That's how desperate I was getting. So finally, once you kill all the marked men, you go to this terminal right here, and you can decide to launch the nukes against the NCR, against the NCR and the Legion, against the Legion. You have all these choices you can make. I launched it against the Legion, and I was ready to get the flip out of here. The apocalypse. So I took me and my trusty Predator gun and got the hell out of there. And that's it. Once you go through that door, you've beat it. And it's over. Thank
The
the
divide
flip
erupted in
Christ.
fire as the flame trail of the two couriers' last message arced into the sky. Missiles fell on the east, and the Legion encampment at Drywells, where the Twisted Hares had allied, then been betrayed by Wulpus and Caesar. Legion soldiers died, their silhouettes blasted into the ground and earth, the last word of the last of the Twisted Hares. It was an ending to things, a way of erasing the road that had led to this point and the history that had walked with it. At the end of the struggle, only one courier remained in the heart of the divide, the true courier. Courier 6. The courier tore the ancient flag of the Commonwealth from its cables and cast it over the corpse. Though whether done as a sign of respect or in anger for what had been endured to reach this moment, that is unknown. Interpretation is something best left to history, and only the surviving courier would ever know for certain. As for the courier, he turned his back on his home for the second time and made his way back, navigating the treachery of the divide. Tunnelers and the marked men avoided the lone figure, as if recognizing the courier's right to passage, or out of fear. The courier walked until he stood again upon the edge of the divide, the last road he would walk before the second battle for Hoover Dam. There, beside his feet, was a final package from one courier to another. A footlocker bearing a gift and a message. But that message, it is something for couriers to carry, and for them alone. The lights flickered across the divide, reminders that the old world histories persist and find meaning in the present. It said, war never changes. Men do, through the roads they walk. And this road has reached its end.